So I manage social media for like the Cliffs in Hocking Hills, Box Hop, Brandywine Grove, Paradise Lake.
Do you think that going viral matters? I feel like social media can be a little brutal.
It definitely can. I think that the biggest thing is to be authentic in what your business does and who you guys are.
What is up, man? How's it going?
Good, man. How are
Dude,
you?
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, brother.
Yeah. This is
I'm excited.
this is good.
This is cool.
I'm so glad that it worked out to have you on the podcast.
Man. Thanks for having me.
This is actually like our first time really like meeting in person.
Yeah. Absolutely. Carter's told me a lot about you, but yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I'm just excited to have you on the podcast.
Thanks, man.
Just a little time to just chat and kind of get to know a little bit more about what you do.
Absolutely.
And so welcome back to the Ride Over. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Make sure you're subscribed. But we got to get that out of the way.
Absolutely.
But yeah, kind of like tell me a little bit about you. What do you do, and a little bit about your story.
Yeah. So I'm Brandon Yoder, and I do photography and videography, just kind of like you. So I picked it up when I was like 14 or 15 years old.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Dude Perfect?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to film trick shots of myself.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
so cool.
So I used to throw frisbees, and I would literally take my family's trash can that we had, and we would put it out in the yard, and I would like chuck frisbees into it, and I would film them. So I kept buying cameras to film all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then eventually it turned into like me shooting sunsets with these cameras that I had bought.
Yeah.
And it just kind of elevated from there. I had a friend ask me to second shoot a wedding with her.
Yeah.
I had never shot in manual before, ever. It was always auto.
Yeah.
Literally, it was photo. And so I showed up to this wedding, learned manual at the wedding. And then from there on out, I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna take this seriously and start doing photo. So I shot a ton of weddings. I've probably done photo for over 100 weddings.
Oh wow.
And then I eventually got into shooting family stuff for people, like lifestyle stuff and some couples. So that's kind of where it started, but not where it's gone. It's come a long way for sure.
Yeah.
I'm kind of out of the lifestyle stuff now.
Yeah.
I ended up getting into shooting some sheds for this local company that built like little tiny sheds for people. So I shot those for a long time for this company, and then started to catch some attention from some other business owners in the area.
Yeah.
So then they would ask me to come out and shoot some random stuff. I mean, anything from roofing to coffee shops to all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So then it kind of elevated into this business and branding section that I started to do. And so that's kind of where we're at today. So I do a lot of social media stuff for people. Manage a lot of socials for companies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I said, roofing, I do a wedding venue, I do some nonprofits, I do all the media at my church. So it's pretty widespread across the board.
Dude, that's awesome. Wow. Dude Perfect.
Yeah.
Trick shots is where it began. That's so cool.
Where it began.
Yeah, I always love like hearing people's like beginnings.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the creative space, like it's like the stories are very unique.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes if you were worked like a 9 to 5, it's like, oh, I went to college and then I got this, it's kind of like what it is. But like in the creative space, it's like, oh, I was doing this and then somehow I'm over here.
Yeah. I feel like it's always like something where you're like, well, I never planned to do this, but here we are.
Yeah. I was in school for nursing.
Were you really?
Yes.
Really?
And then during that time I kind of picked up a camera and kind of the same thing, started with some senior portraits and family portraits.
That's so cool.
And then got into the wedding space, and that's kind of what like propelled things. And then now kind of just transitioned into doing more, video, still in the wedding space, and also just working with some like clients doing some promotional work.
Yeah.
Which is completely different than nursing.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So what, like, when you were in nursing school, like, did you have a camera, or did you just like randomly buy one and pick it up?
So I had done some stuff in high school.
Okay.
I'd shot like different concerts and events that we would have, and it was something. And even like growing up, like I had a camera with me, and like I always just like loved shooting things.
Yeah.
But it was one of the things where it was like I didn't really, at that time, especially coming out of high school and figuring out what like to do with like my life and stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't really thinking that like, you can make a career out of it.
Sure. It was more like a hobby.
Yeah. And so it never really crossed my mind to like be like, oh, I want to do something in the creative space. Yeah. And so that's where I was like, I'll just take the nursing route. And then, but yeah, no, so when I was in school, I worked at a golf course.
Okay.
And there was a guy that kept coming to shoot recap reels of like these events that we would host. And I got to talking to him and I was like, hey, like, this is like cool. Is this like a side gig? And he was like, no, this is my full-time job. And that's like when it clicked and I was like, wait a minute, you can make a career out of this. Yeah. Like, that's so cool. Yeah. And so, so I kind of, just picked up a camera then. And then, just started the journey and, now we're here.
Let's go. That's so cool.
Yeah. So it's been so much fun. So you said you manage some social media accounts, right?
Yeah.
What are some things like that you would, because I feel like social media is so big right now.
It is huge,
not only helping you as a creative like grow, but also like businesses like helping them like the marketing and stuff.
Sure.
What are some like just some things that like you've learned through that process and that you would to whether it's somebody wanting to post more content from their socials, more wanting to get into that social media management side of things, what are some things that you have to say about that?
I would say when I first started doing social media, I had partnered with 2 other people and we ran social media for some of the biggest Airbnbs in the state of Ohio. Okay. So I had never managed social media before. I was always just doing photo and video. Yeah. And it was going good. And then I would hand this photo and video over to people and then they would post it. And it wasn't performing well because they were posting it wrong or they just like, you make a reel and then they're not putting the right captions on the reel. And it's just like, so we were helping them along, giving them the content, but we weren't giving them the tools to make that content successful. Yeah. And so it's kind of frustrating to be like, okay, we're doing this work and we're doing it really well, but they're not utilizing it how they should be. And so we started managing for them. And so I managed social media for like the Cliffs in Hocking Hills, Box Hop, Brandywine Grove, Paradise Lake. Yeah. We flew to Texas, California. We flew all over managing social media for people and just doing all their content. Yeah. And so I did that for a long time, and I realized that when we started doing it well, like it would perform well, and they were gaining a ton of direct bookings. Yeah. Because people would see these videos, these Airbnbs, and then they would book direct. Yeah. And so that's why it was successful at the start, and that's how I got into it. I never managed anything other than Airbnb. Okay. Airbnb stuff. Yeah. And then after like 2 years, it was just a lot of travel. The partnership was getting harder and harder. Partnerships are harder business, especially if like, you have a little bit of a different idea on where your business should go. Right. So we ended up separating. And then I was like, maybe I'll just go back to doing photo and video full time. Went into, I was like, okay, I'm going to do photo and video. But then I started getting asked to do social media by local businesses. Right. And that's kind of where that started. So the reason I think it's valuable is because, when people look up a business, a restaurant, or, like a local company, one of the first things that people do nowadays is they go on social media. They don't even look you up on Google anymore. Yeah. Maybe to check your hours, but when they want to find out who you are and what you do, they just go to social media. Okay, yeah. And so how can companies do better than, snapping a photo with their iPhone and posting and saying that they're closed for a holiday and like that's all that they've been posting on social media and they want to up their game. Yeah. So it's like, I think that the biggest thing is to be authentic in what your business does and who you guys are. Like a lot of people are like, well, what do we need to do? Like, how do we, I don't know. I think people struggle with, let's just create content that we think is going to work. Well, what's going to work is if you're authentic and you're yourself on social media. That's what people want to see. Yeah. And so the hard part is tailoring that to every business and every company, because some of them are more like, when you get into the corporate world a little bit more, like it's hard to like, how do you promote, like, think about someone like Lowe's, like how would you promote that and get personal? Yeah. So that stuff can be harder. I've found that there's more success in these like smaller businesses, like the mom and pop shop places, like restaurants, stuff like that. People love to get behind a story of an owner, and just to get to know the owner behind the camera. And people love humor. People love relatable content. People want to know what you're about. Yeah. They want to hear your story about how you got started, but they also want to know like what you're selling and like what your company is offering. Yeah. So it's like, how can you offer that? How can you put that on social media in a creative way that people are actually going to watch and relate to? Yeah. Without just scrolling because you're posting a picture of, like you can easily post a picture of a coffee sitting on a table and it'll get 15 likes, and that's great and all, but how can you bring your employees in to make funny reels, to make creative stuff? Like, people want to see how stuff is made. Like, when I've been doing these roofing videos, it's like, we don't just post a photo before the roof is on and before and after. We try to post like the full process. So I show up while they're ripping the old roof off, film the entire thing, film everything going down, and then film the final product. And that performs really well. Because people want to know how stuff is done, and people want to get to know your employees. So
I feel like that's something I've kind of noticed in like the wedding scene a little bit, is like there's kind of a trend going to where people want to, like, they want to relate with the person more. Because like, I think like before there was kind of a trend in the wedding space where like people were like going after what was trending. So like the warm photos, or like the slow shutter photos and stuff like that. And I think now it's kind of changed to where like people want to make a connection with you first. And I think that's and it's important too, because I feel like once I have that connection with the wedding clients, then I get to the wedding day, like it's like they're almost like a friend.
Exactly.
And it makes the day so much smoother.
100%.
And so that's where I love that, just that personal connection that people want to make is important.
Exactly.
And I think that's good. So, what do you think that going viral matters?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, it's a great way to grow your page. Like, when you're going viral, people are following you. It can be a little tricky though. Like, for some of these roofing companies, like, we go viral, but like, you're not gonna like watch a roofing video and then decide to replace your roof tomorrow. Like, nobody's doing that. So a lot of it is more of a branding standpoint. Like, hey, like, this is what we do, this is how we do it, and then you stay top of mind for everybody. Like, if you're thinking about, hey, I want to put a roof on my house, like, now I need a roof, like, something just happened, we had a windstorm and half my shingles had blown off. Like, you're gonna think of that roofing company because you're watching their videos. But as far as like getting you customers right now, it's probably not working in that industry, but in other industries it totally is. Like, think about food. You're posting videos at a restaurant and you're posting new menu items and people see it and they say, I want to try it. Like, 100% it's valuable. So it's valuable in different ways in different industries. So it really depends on like what you're doing. Like, in the wedding space, if you're making wedding reels, like if you're making reels from the wedding day, totally valuable, because if brides are seeing that stuff come across their page, 100% they're going to reach out if they're getting married. And they want a wedding videographer. Like, I do social media for a wedding venue. It's crazy how many wedding videos how many weddings we've booked off of TikTok.
Oh wow.
So I'll like make reels at the venue, and these brides will reach out and they'll be like, we had no idea, we just found you on TikTok, and they book with us. So it's so crazy. Cool. So it can be valuable in different ways in different industries.
And what would you because I feel like social media can be a little brutal sometimes.
It definitely can.
Like, sometimes like you'll post a reel and you film it on your nice camera, get the composition good, get the good lighting, all this stuff, and then it ends up only getting a few thousand views. And then sometimes you have a reel where you post it and you film it on an iPhone, and then it goes viral, and it goes like, it gets hundreds of thousands of views, even upwards to the millions of views. What do you like? Would you say like consistency is probably more important than chasing what's viral?
It kind of depends. I think that like sometimes, depending on the industry you're filming in, if you're filming on a really good camera like I do, and you do, sometimes if the video quality is too high, it's just gonna sound stupid, but I've heard this, it almost feels too salesy to people, and they like relate better to the iPhone quality content. And that sounds kind of dumb, but I've noticed it to be true. Like, in the Airbnb space, iPhone quality content does horrible, but you're taking your good camera out and you're filming really good stuff. That stuff's gonna perform better because it has a more luxury feel. But if you're being, like, same with weddings, like, luxury is what you want. Nobody wants to hire somebody to come film their wedding with an iPhone. But I mean, for some of these companies, like, think about like a funny video in a coffee shop. It doesn't need to be high quality. Like, sometimes it's funny. They're just like, oh, they thought of this and they filmed it with their iPhone really quick. It wasn't like a whole production. I think that performs a little bit better. But again, it's so industry. It shifts in every industry, in my opinion.
Yeah, so that's interesting because I hadn't really thought of like one might perform better in one industry and would be a flop in another industry.
I didn't think so either until I started to do it, and it was like, why is this not working? But this is.
Yeah. So what would your tips be to like build something sustainable? So for my wedding business, what would you tell me and be like, hey, this is what I recommend you do to build a sustainable presence online as a wedding, for your wedding business?
First thing I'm telling you to do is to introduce yourself on social media. People want to know who's filming their weddings. So, I mean, it's probably not going to perform well, but when people show up on your page, they're going to want to know who you are.
Yeah.
So do that. And then I would post a couple wedding videos that are full length, or even if you do teaser trailers, I'd post those.
Yeah.
They might not perform great right off the bat, but at least there's something there for people to look at.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't sell something out of an empty store.
Yeah.
So, I mean, make your post stuff, get a gallery up, or obviously you're gonna have a website link where people can go. But if people can see stuff right now, the less clicks that they have to go through to find your stuff, the better.
Okay.
So that's what I would do. Even if it doesn't perform well right off the bat, I would just get some content up. Then I would start targeting more reels.
Okay.
Obviously, like the shorter form stuff is gonna do better.
Yeah.
So like even you can put on-screen captions on those videos like. This groom's reaction to his bride walking down the aisle, ... And then you have like a little bit of footage with an opening clip, and then you're showing this groom, he's crying, and she's walking down the aisle. People love that stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff is what goes viral. Little clips from wedding days, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Vow reading, like little stuff.
Yeah.
So cut your current footage up into reels if possible. Now I know you're filming in horizontal, so everything is going to be cropped vertical.
Yeah.
So sometimes I even film intentionally, like, if I'll take my extra camera.
Yeah.
And I'll film it. I'll be like, this is going to be a reel.
Yeah.
If it's sustainable. It's hard to do during a wedding.
Right.
But I would definitely be posting reels. Short stuff that is going to be an emotion tugger for people. Like people love when you're posting that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that makes a girl go, oh, when they see it. That's what I'm talking about. So
that's so cool.
That's the stuff that I would be posting.
Yeah, that's so helpful because like I've been wanting to kind of do more like on social media as far as like the wedding side of it.
Yes.
And so that's those are just some great tips.
Thanks.
To just keep in mind. And
to be honest, when I filmed weddings, like I did video for a long time with a friend of mine, and we would always post just our trailers and our full length videos.
Yeah.
And we never performed super well on social media, to be honest. Like I wasn't really trying to push the wedding stuff that we were doing. I was like, if we book them, we book them, but I wasn't trying to make it go viral. I never put any effort into our social media on that side.
Yeah.
And we had like 900 followers after like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
I think if I would have really put effort into it, it could have been crazy.
Yeah.
But I never tried.
Yeah. That's so cool. It's crazy how much of an impact social media can have.
It's crazy.
On your business.
It's so nuts. It's crazy.
We're like, it's a different era, Like I remember,
so different.
I mean, I was gonna say I remember. I don't remember because I'm not that old. But like, you hear stories of like people like before that have been in business for a while, where like marketing was, putting pamphlets in like mailboxes and all this stuff, and like, maybe that worked for them, but like when you think about it too, is like there's a lot of effort that goes into that.
It's costly.
Yeah.
It's extremely costly. Like people are paying for print, for newspaper ads, for all this stuff. And I'm not saying that's not valuable in certain industries. Like I think it can be.
Yeah.
Like for example, if some of these roofing companies, we have a bad hailstorm go through a certain area.
Yeah.
Like we'll just target that area with ads for the roofing company.
Yeah.
But also sometimes it's good to put out like pamphlets in people's mailboxes and flake reviews. Has your house been damaged?
Yeah.
That's valuable. But as far as like a coffee shop, like nobody's gonna get a pamphlet in their mail for a coffee shop and decide to drive 30 minutes to go try it. You're just not doing that.
Right.
But if they see a video of you making a really good looking breakfast sandwich and a nice coffee, like that they want to try, 100% they're going to come try it.
Yeah.
So again, I mean, it has changed the game entirely.
Yeah. That's so awesome. Yeah, man, that's good. Thanks. So one segment we have here on the podcast is we're building our ride over playlist.
Okay. Let's
So what's like one song that you kind of will blast on your way to a shoot?
Oh boy. Let's think. I'm really into NF. Do you know who NF is?
Yeah.
I love NF.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some of his stuff can be a little depressing, you know. So I try not to get down in the dumps on the way over, but he's got some really good stuff.
Yeah.
Song specific, I'm not sure. I'll get right back to you. Let me think a little bit.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, I it's funny because our last guest,
Okay.
Carter,
Yeah.
he doesn't listen to music.
Ever.
Yeah. Well, he said he'll
He
listen.
works for a music festival. a
He
live
said-
fest. You gotta fire this guy. I'm just kidding.
He's like, yeah, he goes, I'm sorry, but he goes, like, I'll listen to, like, you know, because he'll design merch for
Sure.
artists, and he's like, if I'm working with an artist, I'll listen to, like, a music from, like, their album or something, because
Okay.
sometimes I get inspiration for that, but he's like, honestly, he goes, I would, like, just listen to a podcast.
Really?
There's nothing wrong with a podcast. You're
Yeah.
listening to a podcast right now.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks so much. Subscribe.
Yes, please
Give
subscribe.
it a like. But, no, yeah, NF has some good stuff.
So did he give you any song suggestions?
Yeah, well, he said that, like, his art, like, whenever he's, like, if he's working on a project,
Yeah.
he'll, like, listen to, like, the artist, and
Sure.
so that's, like, what well,
Yeah.
no, yes, he did. He, suggested Hovey.
Okay. Hovey's great.
Hovey's great.
Yeah, what song did he say?
He did say a specific song, so
Oh.
honestly, like, Hovey's just good.
Dang. Yeah, I know. It's just hard to choose. I think my music taste, it's different every day. And
Yeah.
It depends on the side of the bed that I wake up on. I mean, it can range from, like, some days I'm on Skillet, which sounds crazy, and the next day I'm on, like, Noah Khan, something
Yeah.
like that. So it's all over the place. It really depends.
I know.
There's so many good people out there that are making crazy good music. these
Yeah,
days.
it's a lot of
Yeah.
good stuff. Yeah, and I think it also depends on, like, the shoot, and sometimes, like, my playlist on my ride to the shoot can be completely different than my playlist on the ride back from the shoot, you know?
You ever drive back from a shoot with your music turned down, just
Oh, yeah.
straight ahead,
You're
like,
just-
what just happened?
You know?
You 100%. Sometimes on my way home from shoots, I convince myself that I just scam my client because I don't think I know what I'm doing, but that's
know.
not the truth.
Oh, yeah, I know. They're just...
Lack of confidence.
Yeah. Dude, the creative space is just, it's so funny. You know, you have...
Yeah.
It's just it's a roller coaster.
It definitely is.
There's some days where I'm coming back from a shoot and I'm just, like, so pumped.
Yes.
And then...
Can't wait to get home and edit what I
know.
just shot.
Yeah, I'll before,
Yes.
like, I'll meet with the client. I'm like, yeah, it might take me, like, a week to, like, get you the
Exactly.
video.
Yeah.
And I get home and I, throw everything on the timeline. And I'm like, dude, these shots look so good.
I know.
And I'm like, here's a little sneak peek, you know?
It's crazy. Like, you want to turn it around, like, right now. And
Yeah.
there are some clients that are like, hey, where's that video? It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I never do, by the way.
Yeah. No, it's so it's so funny, yeah. Or sometimes I'll come back from a shoot and I'm just like, yeah, I don't even know if I want to keep doing this.
Yeah,
anymore.
like, I think that might have been my last shoot ever. I'm going to cancel the rest of my shoots
Yeah.
this week. Yeah. I feel that.
I'll go be a groomsman at a wedding.
Yes. There's a backstory. You're missing it. That's so funny.
Oh, that's
so
great.
That's awesome.
Bro, we're about to cross, like, the Atlantic Ocean.
Or, I don't know. This is anchor here.
Just anchor here. Let's go. Let's book it.
Oh boy. My brother is a state trooper up in this area.
Okay.
So we should speed by him. I'm kidding. Let's definitely not do that. He will pull us over.
Yeah, it'd be the last, and that's the last you heard of the ride over.
That's so funny.
You know?
Look how high this river is.
Dude, that's crazy.
That is crazy. If we wreck, we're drowning for sure.
Oh my goodness. So, dude, I don't know where we are, but it looks like a cool little, like, downtown area.
Okay, let's go. Little coffee shop.
Little coffee
I don't know
shop.
I don't even know what town we're in.
I don't either.
Wait, yes, I do.
You do?
My sister got married right there.
No way.
Yes, she did.
I promise you. That's so funny. Shout out Annie. That's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's hilarious. I
Yeah.
was like, where are we? This is so funny.
That's so awesome.
Funny story. On the day that my sister got married, my friend was he was proposing to his girlfriend,
Yeah.
and I left the wedding like right before the ceremony, and I drove like a half hour, shot his proposal in like 6 minutes. Not even joking, 6 minutes. He got on one knee, proposed. I shot it, took like 5 photos of them together, and came back and was in the wedding. It was crazy.
Dude, no
I regret it. I should not have done that.
So what do you say we go in and grab some coffee?
Let's do it. Sounds good.
All right, so we made it here to the Exchange Coffee. Is that what it's called?
The Exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat little town.
Yes.
Like downtown area.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day out. You
awesome.
were just talking about how like it feels like spring is coming, and I think
is.
spring is upon us.
It's here. I always feel like the week of Easter it finally gets here and
Yes.
it stays.
Yes.
No more snow.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, what'd you get?
Honestly, I told her what I said I wanted caramel and vanilla in this thing, and she just made it. So it's a latte with caramel and vanilla.
Nice.
It's iced.
I got a peach cobbler latte, which she said that today is the first day that this made it on the menu.
Really?
They just reintroduced a new menu. So I'm excited to try
go.
this. So
Let's go.
What do you say we do a little taste test?
Let's taste it.
Oh,
Is it good?
that's good.
Oh yeah.
The cold foam on top with a little bit of like cinnamon, and then you get little hints of peach.
Mm-hmm.
This is good.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Honestly, they killed this. This is so good.
Oh wow. Yeah. Where are we at? Do you know what the town is called?
We're in Canal Fulton.
What was it?
Canal Fulton.
Canal Folk. Well, hey, if you're in Canal Folk, definitely check out the Exchange. Great coffee, great staff too. Very,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, they're great.
So yeah, let's let's tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah. So I am on Instagram and TikTok and barely on Facebook. I post on there, but I don't really put a lot of effort into Facebook. But if you just look up Brandon Yoder Creative, I'm there, and BrandonYoderCreative.com, and you'll find me everywhere.
Dude,
It's
definitely-
normally it's the photo with the yellow background, and I'm smiling and holding a camera. Yeah.
Definitely check it out. Some good stuff
Yes.
over there. And make sure you're following us on social media at the Right Over Podcast. Make sure you're subscribed. And yeah, thanks so much
thanks
for
for
coming
having me
on the podcast.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
You too,
A lot
man.
of good stuff. If you're listening, some great tips in the social media space. It's very, very big right now.
Yes.
And definitely some good stuff there. So thanks so
Yes.
much for riding along.
Thanks, man.
And yeah, that's the Ride Over.